Welcome.
Welcome to the Everything Podcast. Now this episode is going to start off a little bit differently. So as I mentioned in yesterday's episode, in this episode I'm reviewing Doctor Who Season 1 Episode 6 titled Rogue. Now before that there is something that I didn't know what episode to mention it in. So I thought because it's Doctor Who related I would mention it there. And that is the unfortunate passing of William Russell. And William Russell played one of the Doctor's first ever companions, Ian Chesterton, alongside William Hartnell as the first Doctor, Jacqueline Hill as Barbara Wright, and Carol Ann Ford as the Doctor's granddaughter, Susan Foreman. Now William Russell died at the age of 99, I believe. William Russell did though, however, because of his long lifespan, reprised his role in multiple Big Finish stories. I think I might be reviewing some of them at some point as well. No, I'm definitely reviewing one. As well as in the 2022 special The Power of the Doctor, which was kind of to celebrate the BBC's 100th birthday, which also saw Jodie Whittaker's 13th Doctor regenerate into David Tennant's 14th Doctor. William Russell obviously has played other roles outside of Doctor Who. So yes, our thoughts here at the Everything Podcast go to anyone who knew Our thoughts here at the Everything Podcast go to anyone who knew William Russell alongside his friends and family. To commemorate William Russell's life, I would like to take a minute to remember the life of William Russell. So yes, back to the scheduled episode that I'm talking about, which, as I said, is Doctor Who Season 1 Episode 6, titled Rogue. And before I get to my review, as usual, it's time for the cast list. So we have the Doctor, played by Ncuti Gatwa. No, I said that wrong. The Doctor, played by Ncuti Gatwa. So I have apologised. I do need to apologise. I've not said Ncuti's name properly, and that's because I didn't know it was any different, to be honest. It was only in a recent behind the scenes when Ncuti clarified what his actual name was, and that he didn't pronounce it right for, I think it didn't find out until he was 26, so apologies for that. We also have Ruby Sunday, played by Millie Gibson, Rogue, played by Jonathan Groff, the Duchess of Pemberton, played by Indira Varma, Lord Barton, played by Paul Foreman, Emily Beckett, played by Camilla Aiko, Carla Sunday, played by Michelle Greenidge, Lord Gelpin, played by Maxim Ays, I'm going with The Portrait, played by Susan Twist, The Housekeeper, played by Deborah Baker, The Butler, played by Ashley Campbell, Miss Talbot, played by Nancy Brabin Platt, and Mr. Price, played by David Charles. The writers, yes, there was multiple writers for this episode, the first time in Doctor Who, and the only time in Doctor Who Season 1, and they are Kate Herron and Bryony Redman. You may know Kate Herron specifically because she directed and was the showrunner on Loki. She's a director, I think she's a director as well, she's directed loads of other things. But the director of this episode is Ben Chessel. Ben Chessel also directed Season 1, Episode 2, titled The Devil's Cord. The synopsis for this episode is the Doctor and Ruby land in 1813, where guests at a duchess's party are being murdered and a mysterious bounty hunter called Rogue is about to change the Doctor's life forever. Rogue was released on the 8th of June 2024 at 12 AM GMT. In my opinion, this episode is I love Jonathan Groff as Rogue, I like the dancing and I enjoyed the scene in Rogue's spaceship. So without further ado, here is my review of Doctor Who Season 1, Episode 6, titled Rogue. Two men argue about their actions. One of these men is an alien who kills the other man and acquires their form. We then have the title sequence. The Doctor and Ruby dance at the ball. Ruby compares her current location to Bridgerton, which is a Regency drama, I think you would say, available on Netflix. There is currently 2.5 seasons out at the moment. 2 full seasons and part 1 of the 3rd season. With the second part, I think, will be out at some point this week. Anyway, the Doctor explains the power of her psychic earrings. No, that doesn't make sense. The Doctor explains the power of Ruby's psychic earrings. Ruby introduces herself and the Doctor to the Duchess. The Duchess introduces Ruby to several men. Ruby insults one of these men. The Duchess even. I don't think it particularly matters. It explains the insult to the man. The Doctor and Rogue introduce themselves to each other. The Duchess re-encounters one of her rivals. The Duchess is killed. Ruby spies on a conversation between Emily and Lord Barton. Emily explains society's current rules relating to marriage to Ruby. Where am I up to? Oh yes, Ruby name drops Bridgerton again. I've also already explained what Bridgerton is. Rogue comments on the Doctor's amount of talking. Rogue and the Doctor learn the Duchess is dead. The Doctor and Rogue believe the other one is to blame for the Duchess's death. Rogue aims a gun at the Doctor. Ruby and Emily introduce themselves to each other. Rogue believes the Doctor is a shapeshifter. The Doctor learns that Rogue is a bounty hunter. Rogue calls the TARDIS a shed. Rogue takes the Doctor to his ship. Emily and Ruby dance with multiple men. Two of the shapeshifters communicate with each other. The shapeshifter in the Duchess's form wants to take Ruby's form for the wedding. The Doctor comments on Rogue's ship being untidy. Rogue traps the Doctor. Rogue learns of the Doctor's sonic screwdriver. The Doctor uses a Scottish accent when communicating with Rogue. The Doctor uses his sonic to play music inside Rogue's spaceship. Rogue and the Doctor repeatedly turn the music on and off. The Doctor gives Rogue his sonic. The Doctor proves his identity to Rogue through his psychic paper. The Doctor reveals all of his incarnations to Rogue. Ruby attempts to convince Emily that meeting a man isn't what life is entirely about. Emily and Ruby discover a dead body. The Doctor shows Rogue the TARDIS. Rogue loves the TARDIS. The Doctor explains his plan to Rogue regarding the shape-shifting aliens. The Doctor learns that Rogue has lost a loved one. Rogue and the Doctor discuss the grief they feel for the people they have lost. The Doctor and Rogue contemplate travelling with each other. The Doctor introduces Rogue to Ruby and Emily. The Doctor learns the motivation of these shape-shifting aliens. Rogue and the Doctor dance. The Doctor explains cosplay to Rogue. Rogue proposes to the Doctor. The Doctor rejects Rogue's proposal. Rogue runs after the Doctor. The Doctor and Rogue hatch a plan to stop the shape-shifting aliens. The shape-shifting aliens transform into their natural form. Rogue runs away with the Doctor in tow. Rogue and the Doctor hide from the shape-shifting aliens. The shape-shifting aliens discuss their greater plans. Ruby reassures Emily. Ruby tells Emily she is from the future. Emily is one of the shape-shifting aliens and kills Ruby. The Doctor learns of Ruby's death. A flashback scene between the Doctor and Carla is shown. One of the guests is killed. Rogue explains the lifespan of the shape-shifting aliens to the Doctor. The Doctor tricks the shape-shifting aliens into stepping into a trap. Ruby reveals to the Doctor that she did die and reveals how she managed to survive. Rogue saves the Doctor from being killed. Rogue attempts to convince the Doctor to send the shape-shifting aliens with Ruby to another planet. The Doctor declines, sacrificing Ruby to save the entire world. The Doctor and Rogue kiss. Rogue sacrifices himself so the Doctor and Ruby can be reunited. Rogue asks the Doctor to find him. Rogue sends himself and the shape-shifting aliens to another planet. Ruby consoles the Doctor. The Doctor still has Rogue's ring. And the episode finishes off with the Legend of Ruby Sunday trailer, which is obviously the trailer for Season 1, Episode 7, which is actually the first part of the 2-part Season 1 finale of Doctor Who. So yes, before I do anything else, next time on the Everything Podcast, I'll be actually doing one of your reviews, and I will be reviewing The Beekeeper. Here is the trailer for The Beekeeper.
You're a blessing, Mr. Clay. This place was crabgrass and weeds, and you brought it back to life.
Mrs. Parker and I were friends. She was the only person who ever took care of me.
I just got a message saying that there's a problem with my computer.
Yes, ma'am, we got this.
Yesterday, she shot herself.
This is private property.
Do you know what they do here? Scamming the weakest in our society.
Buddy, I'm counting 3.
1, 2, 3. There, I did it for you. I'm gonna burn this place to the ground.
Will you stomp his ass out?
You're telling me one man did this. The only thing you know is he's a beekeeper.
A beekeeper? Well, that's not good.
Beekeepers is a special program outside the chain of command.
I protect the hive. When the system is out of balance, I correct it.
We have laws for these things.
Until they fail, then you have me.
My fingers, he cut them off. Oh, come on, bro.
Don't move. This is much bigger than a little phishing scam.
The money's going all over the world, to people in finance, even government.
You are a problem. Goddamn right, I'm a problem. I figured I'd give the firefighters a break.
Somebody detain this guy. Ah!
We have to kill him before he kills his way to the top.
Honey?
It's flammable. Oh no.
Oh no, let's not play that again. That was the trailer for The Beekeeper. So let me know what you thought of Doctor Who Season 1 Episode 6 Rogue in the comments below. If you watched it, my review, if you didn't, as I said, you can put both of your thoughts on those in the comments below, as well with anything you want me to cover on the channel. So obviously in the next episode, as I've just talked about, I'm covering The Beekeeper, which is one of your suggestions. So yes, you could put them in the comments below. It could be a TV show or movie suggestion, like The Beekeeper. We've had mainly, I think it's movies so far. There's a couple of TV shows which will be coming up soonish. So we've had Lift, The Outlaws, Wonka, I think, Damsel, Roadhouse, and obviously The Beekeeper in the next episode. So yes, so put TV show or movie suggestions in the comments below, as well with anything else you want to cover on the channel. It could be a TV show or movie news that you would like me to talk about. It could be an article, it could be a book, a comic, a newspaper, etc. Anything and everything. Put all of those in the comments below. And remember, you can also like, comment and subscribe. And that's it for this episode of the Everything Podcast. Goodbye.